Welcome, yogis. I'm glad you're able to find some time for your practice today. This practice is designed for better sleep. So it's a practice that you can do later on in the evening or just before you go to bed. And I hope that it'll take you into a nice, calm place so that you can have a good night's sleep. So on this one, you'll need a blanket for your knees if you'd like to pad them. And that's maybe a cushion to sit up. We're going to do a little pranayama at the very end of the practice. So you might like to sit up on something, or you can just roll up your blanket. That's fine too. So if you have and you will need a chair or a wall because we're going to do a little legs up at the end, and it's nice to be able to have some support. If you don't need it, that's fine also, but if you'd like to use a chair or a wall, have that handy, or just pause the video when we get to that point and then you can restart when you're in position. So we'll get started here. So we're going to start by standing, and we're just going to shake it out. Maybe shake out the day's tensions and maybe things that you might be dealing with in your life, or just shaking out to release, loosen up the fascia, loosen up the body, and get it ready for a nice calm practice. So from there, we're going to do a little empty coat sleeve. So you can widen your feet about shoulder width. And we just start swinging our arms. Allow that one hand to tap on the low back as you swing around. The other one will come just in front on your tummy. And just taking in the surroundings, taking in the colors, the shapes around you, orienting. It's a little bit of lubrication for the spine, especially if you're sitting all day, or just a way to release the muscles in your spine. Allow for a little glide and slide. Nice gentle movement. And then let's gradually let it slow down. And then come to stillness again. And from there, let's do a little bit of lateral movement. So widen your feet out about a little bit wider than shoulder width, your comfort level, of course. And I'll just, we'll raise up our one hand. You can raise the same hand as me if you like to follow. And so I've got my right, which will probably be your left, but we're just going to raise it up into a sort of like a hello motion. From there, let's just tick-tock over to the side, maybe opening up the side a little bit more length along the side body, and come back to start. Inhale over. You can follow your hand with your eyes alike if you like. And one more time, reaching up and then coming back to start. And lower the hand, and let's do the other hand. So in our little hello position, our other hand is just resting down on your thigh. And inhale, looking up, working into the side body. Again, working with that spine, just taking it over and moving it in a different direction. And we get our spine moving in all its directions every day. And release. And let's your arm lower. Let's go back to the right side once more and do a couple, and then we'll just stay. So back over to the right side and hello. So we're going to do a couple and release. And one more, and then let's just stay for a couple of breaths. You can look up, you can look down, you can look straight ahead. This is a matter of opening up that side waist and lower the arm back down. Let's do the other arm. So my left is up, which is probably your right. And inhale, lengthen through your arm. Come back to start. One more time. And then we'll stay for a few breaths. Nice gentle movements. This practice is all about slowing down. And then let's lower back down to the start. Lower your arm. You can walk your feet back to the center. From here, we're just going to do a couple of forward folds. And what we'll be doing is pausing after the exhale for 2 counts. And remember, the pause is like you're still emptying. You're just sort of lingering in that exhale. And let's have our hands on our body this time to increase that interoception. So inhale here, exhale, let your hands slide down, soft bend in your knees, let your head release towards the floor. Pause for 2 after your exhale. Inhale, coming back to start. Exhale, release. Pause for 2. Inhale, standing back up. Nice gentle movements. One more time. Exhaling always on the way down. Pausing for 2. And inhale to come up. And let's do one more. Exhale, releasing forward. Pause for 2. And inhale back to the start. Okay, so we're all nice and calm and relaxed. Let's take it down to a kneeling position. You pad your knees if you like. We're going to do a couple here and then we'll move from there. So what we're going to do is a low lunge. So again, this one, just need to clip this back on my shirt so it doesn't fall over. So let's slide out our right leg on the floor. And your left knee will stay on the floor. So we're just in a low lunge position, always checking when you're in your lunge positions that your knee is over your ankle. We don't want to get too far forward. If you are, then just back up your other leg. And again, always take precautions if you have any knee issues or not, or back issues. You almost want to stay within your comfort level. So again, we're just going to inhale and just pressing into the knee. Let it come over your ankle just a little bit, and back it up. And one more time. We're not even going to use our arms here. We're just going to nice gentle movements. And the last time, and we'll just stay here for 4 counts or 4 breaths. And we're just releasing in there, starting to open up those hip flexors on that other leg. We're grounding into the feet, your foot, your stretched out foot at the back, your left foot, your top of your foot should be lying on the floor. And then let's release from there. Take that knee back to standing. Up on your knees, any way you can get there. And then let's bring the other knee forward. So again, always checking your alignment, making sure everything is nicely aligned. Your foot is nicely planted on the floor, and your back foot is resting on the top of its foot, on top of your foot. And then we're just going to take a few, just coming forward a little bit, backing up and forward. back it up. Just starting gradually working into those hip flexors on your right leg. And one more time, and then we'll hold it for a few breaths. Nice, big, deep breaths, lifting the ribs up out of the hips. And just hugging in on your exhale. Nice, slow, smooth breaths. And let's release off of that. From there, we're just going to take it into a sunbird pose. And I think everyone's familiar with that. And we're going to do, it's called krama. We're just going to gradually go back. So we'll come back about a third of the way, 2/3, and then all the way towards your feet, or your hips towards your feet. So let's just come down onto all fours. And we'll just do this a few times. So again, your hands are just slightly forward of your shoulders. And inhale, lifting the chin. And then tucking the chin on the exhale, rounding your back, and come back about a third of the way. Inhale, let yourself draw yourself forward on your inhale, opening up the heart, lifting the chin. Exhale, rounding the back, sitting back maybe about 2/3 of the way this time. Inhale, lifting the chin. Exhale, rounding as we come back. And let's sit it all the way down, forearms, forehead, and then hips towards your heels. And just taking a couple of breaths here. Just noticing how your back is feeling, how your nervous system is starting to calm down. And then let's come up, and you just slide your blanket out of the way. We're going to do a little bit of cobra. So just come down onto your stomach. And we're just going to place our hands directly underneath our shoulders, forehead on the earth. And again, we'll gradually come up. We'll do this about 4 times. So the same thing as in your sunbird. We'll just start work with your body. Usually, you come up a little bit, come a little bit more, and then as far as you'd like. So shoulders release down your back, your feet are grounded, or the tops of your feet are pressed into the floor, your pubic bone pressed into the floor. So engage the upper back, pressing into the hands. Inhale, lifting up, maybe just a little bit off the mat. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, shoulders back, draw the arms back, maybe coming up a little bit more. Exhale, lower. Inhale, coming up maybe a little bit more. And exhale, lower. And this time, we'll just come up to wherever you can manage as best you can. And then exhale, lower. Good job. And okay, so just flip yourself over. We'll just come into a constructive rest. Knees bent, feet on the floor. So up to this point, it took about 14 minutes. So hopefully, even if you just do your practice up to this point, if you've got 14 minutes a day to do a short little practice before or at the end of your day, it doesn't take very long to try and incorporate it into your schedule. So let's just do a little apanasana. So hands on your knees, you can lift your feet up off the floor, and we're just going to inhale, lengthen through the arms, and exhale, draw your knees in towards your chest, Pause for 2 counts after your exhale. Inhale, arms away. Exhale, pausing for 2 counts after your exhale. Inhale, straighten your arms. Always leave your hands on your knees. Exhaling, knees towards your chest. Pause for 3 counts. Inhale, lengthen through your arms. Exhale, knees towards your chest. Pause for 3 counts. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knees in towards the chest, in towards your chest, and then pause for 4 counts. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knees towards your chest, pause for 4. And one more time, inhale the arms away. Exhale. It's like you're pushing air right out of your tummy, right out of your chest, and pausing for 4 last time. And then releasing, bring your feet back down to the floor. Always take your pause. From there, we're just going to do a little bit of a spinal twist. Again, if you have anything going on in your back, just leave your feet on the floor. If not, you can lift your feet up off the floor and let's let them release. And arms out at shoulder height, arms out at shoulder height. And exhale, let your knees drop to the right. Inhale back to center. And exhale, then drop to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. Let's pause for 1 count there. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Pausing for 1 count. You can let your knees drop all the way, or you can just go part way. Exhale to the right. Let's pause for 2 counts. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Pausing for 2 counts. Inhale back to center. To the right. Pausing for 3 counts. You might notice that your head wants to turn to the opposite direction. If your knees, that's fine, let it go. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Pausing for 3. Inhale back to center. Let's try for pausing for 4 after the exhale. Exhale to the right, pausing for 4 counts. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left, pausing for 4 counts. Inhale back to center. We'll pause for 4 and then we'll stay down. Exhale to the right. Pausing for 4 counts after your exhale. And staying there for a few breaths. Like I say, you look over your left shoulder if you like. If at any time your arms are uncomfortable where they are, just bend your elbows, bring them in closer to your body. Just taking your breath into that left chest area. Softening your shoulders. Releasing. And let's inhale back to center. Let your knees drop over to the left. And then we'll pause for 4 counts. And then stay for a few breaths here. Inhale back to center. Draw your knees in towards your chest, placing both hands on your shins. Just rocking side to side, nice, gentle, slow movements. Slow it down in the evening. And place your feet back on the floor. From there, we're going to do our feet up. So if you can find yourself a chair or wall, whatever is available to you. I'm going to use the chair today because we usually never get a chance to do that in class. So I'm going to use the chair today. Of course, we're not going to stay for very long. We'll stay for a couple of minutes. But if you'd like, you can certainly lay a blanket down some way that you can be comfortable. If you're up against the wall, get your bum as close as you can to the wall and then swing your legs up along the wall. So even on your chair, just bring yourself close as you can to your chairs. And let your legs just release up on the top. And I'm just going to watch my watch and we'll stay here for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. And we're starting to just slow it down. Legs up at the end of the day is always a great thing to do. It gives our lymph a break, and it helps actually. It's said that maybe helps with a little bit of joint pain, that helps to really alleviate that. At any time, if you feel like you have anything, if you have any pressure at your eyes or your head, maybe this isn't the time to do it. You might just want to lower your legs and just bend your knees and place your feet on the floor, or just place a small cushion underneath your back to elevate your back a small amount. But always, if your legs up, again, if you have high blood pressure that's not controlled by medication, that's probably not a good thing for you to be doing. And we just breathe here, relax, allow the blood and the fluids to flow the other way. Releasing and connecting that kidney and adrenal area that's on our low back. Let that connect to the earth, maybe feeling a little bit of recharge, bring up energy from the earth, allowing it to hold us. And legs up can be done any length of time. If you like, you can pause the video if you'd like to have them up longer. It's a great thing to do, especially if you're on your legs a lot during the day. A good thing to do to help release and bring yourself down into a nice, calm, relaxed space. Actually, it triggers this baroreflex that sort of tricks the body, thinking it's your blood pressure has gone up, and it helps to lower everything down. And from there, we'll just release. So if your legs are up the wall, you slide them down, back yourself up, move your chair out of the way. Sorry about that if that was noisy. And just place your feet on the floor for a moment. Leave your knees bent. Just feel maybe the blood and everything starting to move a little bit different way in your legs. Feel a little bit of energy in your legs. From there, you can stretch it out into Shavasana. And we'll just connect here for another short time. And releasing, taking big, long breaths. Oh, it's a nice thing that I like to do is just to imagine the surface of your body, your front side of your body, is just sinking down into the earth. It's like a pebble dropping down slowly into the water. Just let it float down as it sinks down to the base. Let your whole body settle. Slow, deep breathing. It's a good thing at any time you do a home practice to take at least 30 seconds to a minute at the end before you move on with your day. Just to let all the poses that you did incorporate and integrate into your body. It's a very important time, Shavasana. This is your time of letting go of all that's no longer needed. It's a way of your body starting to expel through your pores and through your mucus and your breath and your body moisture, just to release everything out, releases all the toxins that you released from your poses. Just let it release, let it dissipate. And bending your knees, placing your feet back on the floor, roll over to one side. Using both hands to sit yourself back up. And if you like, you can sit up on something. We're going to do a little bit of pranayama, which pranayama is basically just means breath work. And it's another way to help calm the mind and prepare it for sleep. So once you sort of get comfortable up on your cushion, or you can sit up in your chair too if you like, that's fine. And the best thing, or the most important thing to remember with pranayama, is that your breath, you never want to feel like you're gasping for air after your inhale or your exhale. You want it to be nice and smooth and controlled. And we'll be doing a count. So if the counts feel too long for you, just speed up the counting and until your sort of breath sort of settles out. It's a good way to, we need to use your ujjayi breath, which is partially constricting your glottis in your throat. It helps to slow down your breath so that you can just sort of let little bits of air out at a time and inhale a small amount at a time. It helps to really slow that down. So using your ujjayi, and we'll be gradually lengthening the exhale, because in the evening, we always want to sort of start lengthening the exhale, and it takes us into that parasympathetic state. So you can close your eyes. You can just place your hands gently on your lap, on your thighs, or in your lap. And we'll just take a couple of breaths before we start. So on your next inhale for a count of 4. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 2, 3, 4. Let's try 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try 6. Inhale for 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to try 8. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once more. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale for 6. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 6. Pause for 2, like you're still filling up. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 6. Pause for 2. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 6. Pausing for 2. Exhale for 9. Inhale for 6. Pause for 2. Exhale for 9. Inhale for 6. Pause for 2. Exhale for 3. Pause for 2. Inhale for 6. Pause for 2. Exhale for 3. Pause for 2. Inhale for 6. Pause for 2. Exhale for 3. Pause for 2. Inhale for 6. Pause for 2. Exhale for 3. Pause for 3. Inhale for 6. Pause for 2. Exhale for 3. Pause for 3. Inhale for 6. Pause for 2. Exhale for 3. Pause for 3. Inhale for 6. Pause for 2. Exhale for 9. Inhale for 6. Pause for 2. Exhale for 9. Inhale for 6. No pause. Exhale for 6. And then just breathe normally. Let your breath release. Noticing how you feel. I'm going to close our practice. Hands in prayer position. So thank you once again for joining me. Have a good sleep, and I hope you had enjoyed the practice. Namaste.